Welcome to the GoalZero Toolbox Talk series. Today's Toolbox Talk: Conflict Resolution. Conflict resolution on the job site is not limited to conflicts between workers. Members of the public may attempt to engage with job site workers. When a potentially verbally or physically explosive situation occurs, and no weapon is present, verbal de-escalation is appropriate and needed. Remember, there is nothing magic about calming a very angry or agitated person. Most often, the person wants to be heard. In verbal de-escalation, you are conveying a sense of genuine interest in what the person wants to tell you, of calmness, and respectful, clear limits. Hopefully, the person will respond positively to your respectful attention. 2 important concepts to keep in mind. 1. Reasoning logically with a very angry person is not possible. The first and only objective of de-escalation is to reduce the level of anger so that discussion becomes possible. 2. De-escalation techniques do not come naturally. We are driven to fight, flee, or freeze when confronted by a very angry person. However, in de-escalation, we can do none of these. We must appear centered and calm. There are 3 parts to be mastered in verbal de-escalation. The person must demonstrate self-control. Appear calm, centered, and self-assured even though you do not feel it. Relax facial muscles and look confident. Use a modulated, low monotonous tone of voice. Our normal tendency is to have a high-pitched, tight voice when scared. Do not be defensive, even if the comments or insults are directed at you. They are not about you. Do not defend yourself or anyone else from insults, curses, or misconceptions about their roles. Be very respectful even when firmly setting limits or calling for help. The agitated individual is very sensitive to feeling shamed and disrespected. We treat them with dignity and respect. The person must appear a relaxed physical stature. Never turn your back for any reason, always be at the same eye level. Allow extra physical space between you and the angry person, about 4 times your usual distance. Anger and agitation fill the extra space between you and the person. Do not stand in full front of the person. Stand at an angle so you can sidestep away if needed. Do not maintain constant eye contact. Allow the person to break his/her gaze and look away. Do not point or shake your finger. Do not smile. This could look like mockery or anxiety. Keep hands out of your pockets, up and available to protect yourself. Have a de-escalation discussion. Remember that there is no content except trying to calmly bring the level of anger down to a safer place. Do not get loud or try to yell over a screaming person. Wait until he or she takes a breath, then talk. Speak calmly at an average volume. Do not solicit how a person is feeling or analytically interpret feelings. Do not argue or try to convince. Do not be defensive or judgmental. Give choices, when possible, that set the limits of the types of permitted engagement in which both alternatives are safe ones. For example, would you like to continue our meeting calmly or would you prefer to stop now and come back tomorrow when things can be more relaxed? Trust your instincts. If you assess or feel that de-escalation is not working, stop. You will know within 2 or 3 minutes if it is beginning to work.